Why do we play games? For some, it's the immersive experience and ability to get pulled into a whole different world. Others play them for the ability to destroy and blow things up. Video games are an amazing stress reliever, allowing us to escape our reality and forget about our troubles. Of course, having the ability to blow everything up without repercussion also helps. In this Gamer Edition from Top 10 Archive, we're going to look at 10 of the best stress-relieving video games, those with heavily destructive environments and plenty of player-controlled devastation. Number 10, Destruction Derby. It's right there in the title. Only this game isn't about raining devastation on cities. It's about trashing your opponent's cars until there's nothing left. Destruction Derby puts you behind the wheel of a highly destructive vehicle, which makes destroying your opponents without wrecking your own ride a big part of the game. Regardless, the mindless mayhem that unfolds in front of your eyes is stress-relieving and satisfying. Oh, and fans of the racing genre will have no problem diving right into the stock car racing mode, which doesn't award total destruction, but really, what's the point of that? Number 9, Ghostbusters, the video game. If there's one thing that the Ghostbusters video game captured better than the essence of the characters, it was the destructive nature of the proton pack. Through each ghost-filled level, the boys in tan are able to create a mess of debris by firing upon furniture, pictures, books, and a large variety of other objects. The game even encourages this senseless destruction, keeping track of every dollar the city has spent on collateral damage thanks to the Ghostbusters. Playing through each mission, it's difficult not to get caught up in the rising dollar amount and turn the game into a treasure hunt of destruction. Number 8, Battlefield 4 Multiplayer. With the release of Battlefield 4, gamers were introduced to Levolution, a feature that creates a dynamic battlefield within Battlefield 4's multiplayer component. Each multiplayer map features a key structure that can be completely leveled, which will change the face of the battlefield and give an edge to players that utilize them appropriately. Curious gamers will find these special points and will be treated to a show that includes the destruction of a dam, the flooding of a city street, and completely eradicating a towering skyscraper. Though not everything is destructible in Battlefield 4, and Levolution doesn't really make an appearance in single player, these moments of visual chaos are sometimes more than enough to satisfy. Number 7, Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. Playground of Destruction. Pandemic Studios does absolutely nothing to hide the fact that it's a third-person shooter that's all about destruction, from the explosive box art to the telling subtitle. In Mercenaries, gamers play as one of 3 mercs sent in to destroy North Korea's criminal underground by assassinating 52 key players. To accomplish this, the merc can ally with or completely destroy factions like South Korea, the Russian Mafia, China, and the Allied nations. With tanks, rockets, grenades, and a variety of other useful weaponry, gamers can lay waste to important structures, vehicles, and military outposts. Mercenaries may have a progressing plot, but it's extremely easy to get caught up in the titular playground of destruction and forget all about mission objectives. Number 6, Minecraft. Okay, we know what you're going to ask. How can a game that focuses heavily on building also be one that promotes plenty of destruction? To that we ask, have you even played Minecraft with friends? A good portion of the game's fun comes from completely extinguishing any progress your fellow Minecraftians have made. With TNT in hand and the ability to burrow underground, there is no greater joy than laying out an abundance of explosives right below a friendly structure and watching it explode into a massive crater. That joy is short-lived, of course, when your fellow builder comes after you with a diamond sword. Number 5, Crysis Series. The Crysis Series is your standard first-person shooter, just with the added fun that just about anything is affected by your output of firepower. Tired of looking at nature's towering trees? Take them down with a well-placed grenade. Want to take your enemy's cover out of the picture? An explosive device will take care of that for you. Car gas tanks explode, windows shatter, and cement gets chipped away at as stray bullets fly in the most intense firefights. With each new installment of the Crysis series, something new can be destroyed in the environment. When situations get really heated, just sit back and watch the debris go flying everywhere. Number 4, Breach. Breach is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter that launched in 2011, though has mostly lost steam since then. Those that dove into this online-only title were treated to a shooter that offered fast-paced combat and highly destructive gunplay. The quirk about Breach is all about the environment, which provides plenty of cover and structures to be completely obliterated. Have an enemy that refused to move from his spot? Well, then completely lay waste to the inconvenient barrier and leave them sitting in the open with nowhere to go. Enemies bunkered up in a building stand no chance when you administer a well-placed RPG to their hideout, and you get to just sit back and watch the chaos. Number 3, Red Faction Guerrilla. When the original Red Faction released, it did so with the promise for fully destructible environments. Gamers found themselves able to burrow through walls and destroy a plethora of structures, but the limited scope of the game left more to be desired. Enter Red Faction Guerrilla, an open-world game that ups the destruction and switches to a third-person view so gamers can appreciate their efforts a bit more. While terrain is immune to explosions in Guerrilla, buildings, cover, and plenty of other structures are not, turning each firefight into a mess of debris and on-screen carnage. The destructible environments also make for strategic planning for certain objectives, as gamers can plan whether to literally tear through a building to get at their target or level it entirely and leave no promise of cover for opposing forces. Number 2, any LEGO movie game. One of the greatest things about LEGO blocks is that they offer children the chance to be creative. When TT Games brought success to the LEGO video game franchise, the dynamic shifted a little bit, and suddenly, LEGO became synonymous with on-screen chaos. Starting with the Star Wars saga, TT Games has turned several movie and comic franchises into fully destructible environments. What's the reward for smashing everything in one's path? If breaking something doesn't progress the level forward, it will be filled with studs, which can be spent to unlock in-game content. Overall, though, gamers just get the general satisfaction of being able to break just about anything they desire. Number 1, Rampage. Rampage is the very original Destroy Everything video game. In this arcade classic, gamers take control of one of several towering monsters, the King Kong-like George, the Godzilla clone Lizzie, or Ralph, the oversized werewolf. Anything that is on the screen, from vehicles passing by to the buildings that these monsters climb, can be completely eradicated. Not to mention, you're encouraged to eat fleeing pedestrians as they run for safety. In fact, destroying the city is the only way to advance levels. Rampage was ported to the NES and 10 other systems and has been remade and turned into several sequels over time, each port and new game offering the same destructive gameplay as the original 1986 title. Like these top 10 videos? Subscribe by clicking the annotation here and give our video a like. And share the link for this video with all your friends on your favorite social media sites. Have an idea for a future top 10? Leave a comment in the section below.